Hello, and in this video I'm going to show you how I created this Tetris game in less than a minute without writing a single line of code. This is made possible with the help of an AI-powered coding assistant called Claude Dev. It's a VS Code extension and it uses Anthropic's latest large language model, Claude 3.5 Sonnet. Now, what I like about Claude Dev is its ability to write the codes and save the source file on the user's local machine. For example, this Tetris game's source code is saved in my desktop, and I can modify the source code anytime I want and however I want. This makes it a very powerful tool for programmers, and in the next couple of minutes I'm going to walk you through the process of how to set up Claude Dev and how to build web applications such as this Tetris game. Let's get started. So in order to get started with Claude Dev, the first thing that you need to do is open up VS Code and then go to the Extensions tab. Under the search field, search for Claude Dev. Click on the first item that appears on the search results, then click on Install. Once Claude Dev is installed, you'll be able to see this button right here says Claude Dev. Go to Settings, and as you can see, you need to input your Anthropic API key. So in order to get your API key, you need to visit this website, console.anthropic.com, and then under the API keys tab, you need to generate this API key. It looks something like this. Copy that key and then paste it over here. Once you're done with that, click on Done, and that's it. You can now start asking Claude or Claude Dev whatever applications you have in mind. So for example, we wanted Claude to create a Tetris game with a scoring system. I would instruct it to create a Tetris game with a scoring system and life, and then make the user interface colorful. Hit on enter. So the Claude Dev is going to send an API request to Anthropic. This is the response we got. It says that I'll break down the task into steps and use the available tools to accomplish it. So it has 6 steps to create the game, where it needs to create some files, and it's actually asking me if I want to allow Claude Dev to write files on my disk. So I would just approve this, and as you can see, it created this index.html on my desktop folder called Tetris game, and I think it's going to create multiple files. As you can see, the next file I created is the style.css and also the tetris.js, which is the backend. So I will approve all of those files. Okay, so next one, it says, now that we have created our Tetris game with scoring system, lives, and colorful user interface, let's test it to ensure everything is working correctly. So it also gave me an information of how much cost it took for the request to be completed. So for this specific request, it cost me $0.034 US, with I'm not sure how many tokens it took for this request to be completed. So I'm going to click on the run command, and boom, there you have it. But it's quite fast. So for example, I wanted it to be a bit slower. Okay, so let me ask Claude, can you make can you make the game a bit slower? And also I wanted the game to have this guide on the left side of the screen so the users would know which keys they would have to press to play the game. Also create a guide on the left side to inform the user which keys inform the user how to play the game. Okay, so now it's making requests again, and it's trying to modify the files that are already existing in my desktop folder. So I'm just gonna approve the modifications, and let's see what else it tries to make. Okay, so it took a couple of minutes for the AI to complete the request, and it actually took a couple of requests to the server and made a couple of changes on the files. So now we have this one. Let's click on the run command and see. Okay, so awesome. It's now a bit slower compared to the previous version. I actually like it. And as you can see on the left side, we also have the guide that I just requested. So you can use the arrow keys to move the blocks left and right, drop faster, Q to rotate, W to rotate clockwise. And you have 3 lives. Game is over when you can't place a new piece. Awesome. So as you can see, there are 3 files that were created. One for the HTML, the styling, CSS, and the backend, which is JavaScript. I can open these files also, and if I want to do manual modifications on the source code, I can do that as well. So this is awesome. Okay, one small piece of information. Claude Dev was actually created by this guy, Saud Rizwan. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly, but kudos to Saud for creating this impressive tool. And one fun fact is this Claude Dev is actually a submission to Anthropic's Build with Claude hackathon, which happened last month, June 2024. So there you have it. I hope you learned something from this video, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe and let me know what you think about Claude Dev in the comments below. I'll see you on the next video.